As you can see, I am overly qualified to talk about your first year of uni, so let's go. I'm back. Make sure you subscribe to find out when I'm posting. About 80% of you are not subscribed, and I would like to bring that number down a little bit so you know we've got more people subscribed. That will make me motivated to post a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to be talking about university because I have had 2 attempts at first year and I finally completed it. Again, hold the round of applause. Oh, I completed uni. I completed first year of uni. There are still 2 more years left, you know, that I could flake out on at any given moment. I'm not planning on it, but like, we see how bad my mental health gets. In the style of another YouTuber I absolutely love, Megan Short, makes videos like every year she finished uni, talking about like her advice and things. So I thought, why don't I do the same now that I am a first year official graduate? But yeah, if you didn't know, I did a course last year. I did dance for commercial performance and absolutely did not get on with it, hated it. And now this year I did event management at BIM. Absolutely love it. Like, it is my favorite thing. I'm genuinely so sad I have the summer off, which I never thought I'd say because I'm the kind of kid who has always hated education, used to skive like whenever I could, used to come up with every excuse in the motherfucking book for why I couldn't go to class. Hated school, hated it all. But like, I have fully fallen in love with this uni that I'm at. Like, I never understood why people were proud to like rep their schools. Like, you know, in America where they're like, yeah, I'm going to UCLA. And like, it's like the t-shirts with it on. I never understood that, but like now I truly do. Like, I cannot express my love for this university. It is just As you can see, I am overly qualified to talk about your first year of uni, so let's go. I feel like the first thing we need to talk about is you need to be open to new experiences. Like, obviously when you go to uni, everybody's gonna be in the same boat, and like, I feel like that's such mum advice. Like, you know, your mum will say it to you and you kind of brush it off and you're like, oh, it's not a big deal, like, it's fine, like, it's fine, like, it's just what my mum says. It's like when your mum says you're pretty and you're like, ugh, whatever, you're my mum, you have to say that. Like, you literally get birth to me. But like, you have to be open to new things and new way of thinking. Like, I have learned so much from the people around me that I never thought I would learn about, just like different cultures and lifestyles, and it's super interesting because from where I am, I have come from a predominantly performance background, and not to say everyone's the same, but there's like a natural progression with that, and with this course there's such a hodgepodge of people. It's so fucking cool. Going on with this, relax, like, honestly, take a deep breath, relax. I know it's stressful at first and exciting, and your nerves are gonna be going all over the place, and like, you're gonna be 1 minute screaming, crying because you're so happy, and then screaming, crying because you missed your home. But honestly, just take a deep fucking breath and breathe. You made it. Like, I struggle a lot with imposter syndrome. Like, whenever I'm somewhere cool, I'm like, I don't deserve to be here. But the truth is that you do. Like, if they've accepted you onto that course, that means they want you there and that you bring something to what they're going to be teaching in the curriculum. Again, for me, I have anxiety pretty bad, and I struggle with leaving the house sometimes. So for me, kind of establishing like a safe place, get your student finance, get your DSA, get everything applied for. Even if you don't think you're entitled to get DSA, if you have any form of mental disability or mental health issue, that qualifies enough, and it's the same level as physical, which is something I really appreciate. Mental health is as important as physical health, if not more. Additionally, keep an eye on your fucking schedule. Like, I once walked into a lesson, I believe it was an hour-and-a-half lesson, and I walked in with half an hour left because I convinced myself it was an hour later than it was. So like, I walked in with my iced coffee, I was like, hey guys, what's up? And they were on a break and they were like, okay, let's do the wrap-up stuff. I was like, huh? So keep an eye on your schedule, things might change. Lecturers have other things going on normally. They have side gigs, like lecturing probably isn't their main thing. So just keep an eye. One thing as well that I've really enjoyed is being able to dress for myself. Like obviously this applies more if you've had a performance background, you're going into like a regular academic course as opposed to like a physical course. But being able to dress for yourself is really cool. Like I have absolutely loved experimenting with outfits and wearing things that I've never really tried before. Just coming into my own fashion wise. Like my style is so much different than it was a year ago. Just because like I don't have to worry about like, can I put a leotard on underneath this, or how will it look with pink tights on underneath? Just simple stuff like that. So dress for you, and if you see something you like on someone else, compliment them. Like I cannot tell you how many lovely conversations I've had with people where I've just gone, oh hey, I love your t-shirt, or oh hey, I love your headband, something like that. Obviously don't be a creep, don't go up to everyone and be like, I like everything about you, like the Charlie XCX song, but you know, complimenting somebody gets a long way. And I feel like for me, when I was younger, I used to gossip a lot about people. So now I like to think that if I am talking about someone behind their back, it's because I'm complimenting them and I'm being nice to them as opposed to being rude. Also, in lectures, ask questions. Again, if you're feeling anxious, that's okay. Take time. Maybe ask people in your course if they can ask the question for you. But honestly, lecturers want conversations. They probably don't want to just stand there and teach. Some might, but in my experience, they want to have genuine conversations with people and like make those connections, so you have like your kind of common things going on in class. Another thing, like this would apply more if you're moving to a new city, but enjoy being lost. Like new cities, moving out is a huge thing. I have kind of experienced it because I recently moved myself. I still live at home. This is like the first video I'm filming in my new room, and I cannot fathom moving out or moving in with people I don't know or living on my own, but just enjoy being lost. Like, you are never truly lost in a city. People, you may have to ask a few people where you're going, like strangers, but it's so fun just to walk around and just explore. Like, I love exploring. It's my favorite thing in the world. Love it, absolutely love it. And you just need to enjoy it. I know sometimes it can be very anxiety inducing, but like one exercise I've been doing is taking myself out on dates. I normally do it like once a year, like actually proper take myself on a date where like I have a whole day of just self-indulgence, or like just going and finding a coffee shop. Like just going and sitting somewhere and having a drink and just kind of chilling. Kind of leading on with this, find where the best spots are. Talk to second years, talk to third years, talk to people who already live there, talk to new people there. Find the best spots. Find like where the best study spot is. Find where the best local bar is, where the best live music is. You know, just explore and find out where all these interesting places are, so that if you are having a day where you're feeling, you know, like you want to socialize a little bit but you don't quite know where, you know that there'll be something cool. Like I know most universities have like lounges, or they have specific like hangout places that are like kind of incorporated within the university. Do that, because you'll have so much fun just being like, oh hey, do you go to this uni? Oh, you do? Cool. Like, what course do you do? Get a conversation going. Additionally, learn from your new friends. I feel like I have learned equal amounts things from my lectures and people around me. I have made so many incredible friends. I'm going to cry. I have had so many incredible conversations. Every single person on my course is truly so different in every single way, and it is amazing getting to learn about them. I'm such a fucking nosy bitch. If someone's like, oh yeah, my mum lives on a farm, I'm like, oh my god, a farm? Tell me, how many pigs do you have? How many horses? Like, let me know everything. And then if they're like, oh, my dog died, I'm like, Lucy, I love Lucy. Like, I love to know everything about somebody because I think it's just so interesting. Like, I love learning about people because I feel like I have not had the best life. So when people ask me, I'm like, no, next. But as far as I'm concerned, I want to know everything about everybody else all the time. Like, I just think it's so cool. Additionally, one thing I had to learn, attendance isn't everything. Obviously, attend your lectures. That 9 AM lecture that you might be putting off every week, you should probably go to that sometimes. But genuinely, if you don't feel up to it, again, mentally, physically, whatever, if you don't want to go, don't do it. My mum has a saying that my granddad used to say, which is, if in doubt, don't. If you're panicking and you don't know if you should do something, don't do it. Because you'll feel better and more safe if you just be for a little bit as opposed to making yourself go out. And while sometimes it's the opposite and going out actually makes you feel better, I think you have to kind of take it day by day. But if you're feeling ill, by all means stay home. COVID is still very much a real thing that is happening in the world. So by all means, take time for yourself, take time to get better, because the thing with university is, for the vast majority of us, you probably won't be working full time. I'm aware most people do, but it's a time for you and for you to grow, and if you don't feel well enough to go, then don't. Like, it's not the end of the world. You can always catch up. But additionally, try your best to attend lectures and just try your best while you're there. Like, obviously, first year typically doesn't matter, like the grades will just be pass fail. Second year goes on to your degree, and then third year is like your big majority of the grade you'll get when you get your degree. So do try your best, just so you can learn how to be better and how to develop it on to second and third year. But like, that's okay. Just try your best, basically. Another thing, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. You made it to university. Bitch, you did it. You made it into uni. Like, even if you are scraping the barrel to get in, you barely got in, you don't know how you did it, like me, you did it. You're at university. Be fucking smug. You are allowed to be like, what's that? I'm going to university. Like, obviously it's institutionalized and it's talked up so much in schools, and like, it doesn't matter if you go or not. Degrees don't really matter anymore, let's be honest. But if you do decide you want to go to university, just be fucking proud you made it. Unis are very difficult to get into. Like, it's difficult, man. You have to literally fight people in the application process. Well, not like literally fight, but you know, you go through so much. Be proud. Additionally, be unapologetic. Make a statement. I have loved this year. Literally the first lecture I was there, our lecturer was talking to us about like how things that have happened in the past don't represent who you are now. And I was like, yeah, right. And he was like, what did you say? And I was like, well, I had an eating disorder. And like, I made a joke about it and everyone laughed. And after class, people came up to me and they were like, hey, I have the same thing. Like, I get what you mean. And like, we all changed Instagrams and I made like a connection, and I have been working on being myself. I'm 100% an oversharer, but like, I feel like if you looked at me compared to how I was maybe even like 3 years ago, I have grown so much, and like, I have spent so much of my life hating myself that I owe myself this time to be fucking unapologetic and make a statement. You want to be known and noticed for the positive things you do, and you want to be that person that people ask to help or want to go and hang out with after class or want to hang out with on the weekend. Another thing that all my lecturers said that made me laugh, don't be an asshole. Just straight up, don't be fucking rude to people. Like, if you don't like what someone's saying, tough shit, be quiet, shut the fuck up. Like, just don't be an asshole. It is so easy not to be fucking rude to people. Just be nice. Everyone's stressed at uni all the fucking time. It'll be your first day and there'll be people crying about how stressed they are. Just be nice. Just be fucking nice. Another tip is to research like what's going on at the uni. So like what clubs, what social events, what societies they have. Because the majority of unis will have different kind of unions and activity groups you can join. For me, I know there wasn't anything that like particularly took my fancy. I might join one this year. But like they had clubs, they had a yoga club. Again, I didn't do any of these because like for me, I have to get the bus everywhere. And it was just kind of irritating with like timings. They had like yoga, Pilates, video editing courses. Obviously I go to a music university, so you could apply to do some extra like musician stuff. Like I'm considering relearning drums because I actually really do like playing drums. Research, just see what's going on, and even if there's nothing that takes your fancy, at least you know. So if someone's like, I want to do this, you can be like, hey, you can, this is how you do it. Additionally, promote yourself. I am the fucking worst at this. I'm like, I run an Etsy store, I do this, I do that. Like, so many people must be so sick of me being like, I do this, I do that. Prepare to be sick of me. Yeah, if you have something you're proud of, promote the shit out of it, because if you think it's cool, I guarantee you someone at uni will also think it's cool. And like, yeah. Just promote yourself. Obviously, don't every 5 minutes be like, well, I do this. Do it when appropriate, you know? One thing I'm awful with is money. My student loan goes like this. I'm so bad at finance and all that kind of shit. But honestly, take care of your student loan. It is not as much as you think it is. By the time you've paid bills and everything else, and like activities, food and drink, you probably won't have that much to spend on like what you want. And unfortunately, things are getting more expensive here in the UK, not naming any political parties, but I think you know whose fault it is right now. This is like a note for when you're in classes again. Get good at taking notes. Use like coloured pens, highlighters, cool rulers, whatever you want. Just get good at taking notes. Like for me, I highlight important things that I'll need for my assessment. I have one of those like Bic pens that has like 4 different colours on. Literally, my notebooks look fucking gorgeous, and for me, I know if something's pretty, I'm more likely to look at it and want to use it. So I made my notes pretty, and honestly, it helps. Additionally, start your fucking assignments with at least 1 week. You don't know what's gonna happen in that 1 week. Something could happen, and then you have no time to write it. So make sure you have a minimum of 1 week. Again, I've been the fucking worst. I don't think there's been any assessment that I haven't finished like 3 days before it was due. But in my defense, I have been very unwell, so I'm gonna finish with 2 final things and then I'll shut up. Just take care of yourself. Like, you will get ill, and just be kind to yourself. Just like my t-shirt says, be kind to yourself. Just do it. Like, you'll feel so much better once you've taken that time to recover and feel better, and you don't want to risk getting other people sick. You don't know their situation, you don't know how they'll react to being ill. And additionally, making people ill just isn't a great thing. My phone died. I have no idea where I was. Okay, yeah, so my final point before my phone died, which I think is a really nice note to finish on, is like, it's okay not to make friends. I know that when I did the other course first, I didn't really make any friends, and it sucked because I would see people going out and having such a great time, and I was just kind of like, cool. Like I had friends prior, but like I didn't specifically make any new friends while I was there, and I felt really left out. But you know, try and find people who you think you'll get along with, and honestly, if it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Just try your best. Like that's all I can say for uni first year. Just try your best. Like it's okay. You'll get into a rhythm, you'll get into a flow. Just take your time. But for now, I don't know what I'm gonna go do. Eat lunch probably, because it's like 2 p.m. and I'm hungry. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, bye.